What up? What up? What up, y'all? Just wanted to let y'all know that the Las Vegas Raiders is live on the press conference right now. So, what we're going to do before we get into our topics, we're going to listen to the press conference. Is a Raiders roundtable draft recap special. I don't know if you want to talk about that or do you want to listen to that or anything of that nature, or we could just talk about it on our own. But what is going on, everybody? What is going on? We are live. I know it's been a minute, it's been a little, but I did go live during the draft weekend, and my boy Leo was here for the first night. Was not here for the terrible nights, man. The last two nights that I was in here, but we're happy. We're happy to be here, man. We're happy to bring back Nothing But Raiders podcast. This is episode 16, ladies and gentlemen, episode 16. And we're going to do a draft recap. We're going to talk about all the picks, which I'll be doing a video each and every day for the picks as well, which I'll be doing my exclusive breakdown and analysis for it. Calm down, swim, temper expectations, please. We're looking good this year. I'm like I said, I'm not doing no expectations this year, but my boy Leo's in the building, man. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Man, it was cool hanging out that first day for the draft, man. A lot of emotions, a lot of crazy stuff went on that first day. Too
Yeah, a
bad
lot
I
of crazy.
couldn't be around the
It
second and
got it,
third day, but yeah.
yeah. The second and third day wasn't that bad, but the Raiders kept moving up a lot
I
during
seen
the
that,
draft
yeah.
process. So
hmm
pretty interesting of it. But we're gonna I'm gonna get your opinions on all the draft picks. And we're gonna talk about it. And the undrafted free agents as well.
Uh-huh.
So let's get into the chat. Shout out to Swin Raider, shout out to Dominique Five, Alex Martin Raider. What's up, guys? What's up,
What's
guys?
up, everybody?
Let me just try to share this to the community post real quick to let the people know that that we're actually here. Uh I just like our picks first and second. Um I would have to disagree. I mean, I'm not it's only two picks out of nine picks that we had in the draft that I didn't like.
There
Well,
was
I
only
didn't
two
like
you didn't
one.
like?
I didn't
Yeah.
like one, but
Uh-huh.
I kind of knew that we was going to get that second pick, so I was not surprised at it.
hmm
So, what's up, Toxic Falcons? What's going on? What's going on, Brian Rodriguez? What's going on? What's going on? But yeah, let me give me 1 second. Hold up. Hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, no problem.
Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to get myself prepared. Don't judge me.
No, yeah, Swin Raider. I don't know about the some of the later picks. I'm cool with the first two. The first two I was excited. And then I'm like, there's a couple I was questioning. I didn't get to see them live. I saw them on my phone on my alert, and I was like, what? But
Okay, so playoffs, here we come. I don't know about that. See, I'm not putting any expectations on it. I'm not putting any expectations on it. But we're going to talk about all the draft picks. We're going to talk about it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I liked our defensive picks. I like the safety out of Georgia.
woo, yeah, I
I
like
like
him.
I like people might say stuff about Bryant Young from Alabama,
I
but
liked him though.
he's a
He's
good
yeah,
run stopping defensive tackle, which we
yeah,
cannot stop the run to save our life
hmm
anyway.
yeah,
So people have got a lot to say about him because he played with so many other great players at Alabama and made him good.
right,
But
right, right.
Alabama coaching is just as good as the NFL.
Oh,
So I'm
definitely.
not
And
really too mad about it. But what I am mad about is this. Um the Trey Tucker pick. The Trey Tucker pick. Only reason why I'm mad at that because I think we did not need a wide receiver. People keep saying the reason why we got a wide receiver because Renfro is out the way and we trading for Patrick Queen. I'm not getting
mm,
into that hype. I'm just
yeah,
not. I'm just not getting into that hype about going to trade for Patrick Queen. Or if we sign Van Noy, if we can sign Van Noy into a contract,
contract.
I'm better with signing Van Noy than trading for Patrick Queen. That's just my personal opinion.
hmm
But um, I don't think Hunter Renfrow gets traded. I just don't think he does. But but I don't know why. I still don't understand the reason of getting Trey Tucker. What's going on, Ray Love? What's up, brother? I don't see. the reasoning of going to get him because people are more mad at us of getting the tight end than getting the
I
receiver.
don't understand
I'm
that.
confused about that.
You know what? A lot of people wanted defense, 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 defense. But when you had a player like Michael Mayer still available at that point, bro, I'm glad they
You
jumped
have to
at it and
move
they
up
took
to
him.
get him.
They had to move up. Yeah, I was seeing on Twitter some people were saying, "Oh, if they would have waited, they could have had him at their spot." Like, no, Mayer
Yo,
was gone.
why I
Yeah,
cannot I don't know why I can't see Earn in the chat for some reason.
yeah,
Earn, I don't
Mayer
know
was
why I
gone.
can't see you in the chat, bro. I'm gonna fix it on YouTube. I don't know why I can't see you in the chat. That's absolutely weird to me. But I didn't understand us being mad at getting a tight end. I didn't
Nah,
understand
especially
that, Michael.
Mayer.
If you look at our depth chart,
Hmm.
we only have 2 tight ends on the depth chart.
And I am
Well,
not
possibly
sold on no
3.
OJ Howard, bro. I am not
Actually,
sold on no AJ
we
Howard.
have Horsted, OJ Howard, and Austin Hooper. I'm
Hooper.
not sold on Horsted, and I'm not sold on OJ Howard.
No.
OJ Howard. I'm
Yeah.
not sold on those two.
Mm-mm.
So going to get Michael Mayer, which is the best tight end in this draft at
Yeah.
35, I
Yep.
thought it was smart for the Raiders to go do because of the depth that we don't have at the tight end position. Yes, we traded Darren Waller. Cool. We went out and got Austin Hooper. Cool. But did you see if you watch college football, did you see how Michael Mayer played all this year?
Oh, bro, that's my team. When I saw we drafted him, I was excited. That's a big boy. He can block. He loves to hit. He's not afraid to go out there and block, and he can catch with his hands, bro. He is a red zone scoring machine, bro. He's gonna do good on that silver and black, bro. I
But
hope he.
what makes me even more impressive with him is the fact that he can block. Something
Yep.
Waller couldn't do,
Waller could not do
something
that.
Foster Moreau couldn't do, something
Mhm.
Horsted couldn't do.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got
So
to remember in the Josh McDaniels offense, those tight ends got to block.
the
They got to
tight
be
ends
able to
got to
block.
block. And that's why
Mhm.
I feel like Josh McDaniels moved up to go get him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They moved up to go get him. So
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, I don't know if y'all saw my videos of Tyree Wilson so far and about Michael Mayer, about how I broke down the exclusive analysis of how they play, what the strengths and their weaknesses are. But
Mhm.
I didn't mind their weaknesses are pretty coachable. It's not nothing that it stands out that okay, we have to go extra amount of ways to
Yeah,
make
well,
sure this
yeah,
guy
yeah,
is up to full potential. Tyree Wilson is our top pick in this year's draft,
right.
and people are mad that we didn't get Jalen Carter
Jalen Carter or Gonzalez or
or Gonzalez or whatever.
that.
It
Yeah.
has to be a reason why those guys drop. Well, we all know why Jalen Carter dropped,
We know it.
but it had
I'm
to be a
surprised.
reason why
Mhm.
Christian Gonzalez dropped, which it never came out.
It didn't. Mm-mm.
But
No.
at the same time, how can you be mad at a top 5 prospect that was in this draft from the beginning before we even draft him? He was a top 5 prospect,
Oh yeah. No, I'm glad we
even a
got
top
him.
10.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I
So
don't
I
get
don't
why people were
understand
mad
how
about Chandler Jones. We have Chandler Jones. We don't need another end. Yeah, we do. Have you seen the division we play in? We have Mahomes. We have Herbert. They have Wilson. Dude, having two ends to keep these dudes running around. I'm glad we got Wilson. That
well
was a
the
good
people
pick.
but people fail to forget that Tyree Wilson can play inside as well.
He can do
He
both.
can play
Yeah.
inside out. So even
Mm-hmm.
if he doesn't play on the edge, he's
Right.
definitely going to play inside
Inside. Mm-hmm.
because he's a bull rusher.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I really have my my situation on him is that he just got to get a little bit more moves.
Right. Right. Right.
He
He
got to
can't.
get a
He's
little
not
bit
going to
more
power through
like a
everybody in the
spin move
NFL. Yeah.
or a rip move, but
Mm-hmm.
that's coachable. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They got players that has small weaknesses that could, if you coach them right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
That's
you're not,
definitely something he can
and what
learn.
kills me about the Raiders fans, every pick is not going to be a perfect pick, especially in the
Right.
first round. Honestly,
Right.
this is out of all the years of me being a Raider, this is the first time we have not reached that number 7
Oh, in the first round? Yeah, I
in the
don't think we
first
reached
round.
in the first. Yeah,
We have
first round
not
not reached.
reached.
Nah, not at all. Yeah, I had
And
some dude
people,
tell me he could have got him in the second. I'm like, bro, you're tripping. I don't know what you're smoking, but
you
Tyree
wouldn't have
Wilson
got
was
Tyree
not
Wilson in
going
the
to be
second
there.
because Tyree Wilson was a top. He was a top
he,
10 pick, bro.
he
He
was
was
a
a top
top
10
10
pick.
pick
Like,
from the get go. Yeah, but
and that's the part I didn't understand, that y'all thought y'all was gonna get him in a second round. What are y'all
right.
talking about?
Yeah, that
And,
was
and I'm starting to
crazy.
realize that a lot of Raiders fans don't watch college football. I'm starting to
Mhm.
realize that. I'm really starting to. They don't watch
I saw
enough
that. Yeah,
college
I saw
football.
people when we drafted on Maynard. Some people were bitching, and then they goes like, "Oh wait, I saw some tape on him. I changed my mind. Watch college football, bro. You will
Thank you.
understand."
You have to watch the tape. And this is why I do my videos the way I do now, so you can
Mhm.
see what that player is capable of.
Right. Yeah.
That's why
Mhm.
I do the videos the way I do it. Instead of having my face on it, you see the actual plays that these guys played in all season. So
What were the
Tyree,
weaknesses you listed for Maynard? I haven't seen that.
oh, I put it out around like 1 o'clock East Coast time.
Oh,
So I
okay.
put it out like
Okay.
around 1 o'clock East Coast time, but it's definitely up there.
I'm
Make sure I go
curious. I
check out
gotta
the
see it.
latest video
I gotta go
on
check it
the
out.
channel for Michael Mayer, and you'll definitely see the analysis and the breakdown that I did my own personal. I did my own assessment on it
Cool.
after he was drafted, and I just talked over it and had my notes down and just put the highlights and the videos across it. So
Mhm.
um Tyree Wilson, I'm gonna go back to that because a lot of people had an issue with this pick. A lot of people say that he's Clean Farrell 2.0. Are you bugging?
That's ridiculous, bro. That he's clean Farrell 2.0. Wow.
No, he to me um he's bigger than Clean Farrell. He's faster than Clean Farrell, and the reason why what makes he'll be successful because he knows how to play on the inside and he knows how to play on the outside, and he's
Yeah.
very versatile.
Those are the kind of players they like to have.
They like to have versatility with their players
They like to
from the
have those, bro.
offensive line to the defensive line. He said, "Salute spotlight." Leo, salute to the chat. Tyrese Wilson. I wanted Tyree Wilson since December 10th of 2022. Dude can play inside out and some outside linebacker. Ray Love. What's going on, Gyrator?
Facts,
What's up,
bro.
my guy? He said that Tyree was projected third or eighth spot, and a
Yep.
lot of people and Tyree was going to the Cardinals in the third overall to Seattle or the fifth, and we got lucky to get him at 7. I was hyped with the pick.
I was hyped.
That's what people fail to forget. That's what people fail to forget. Like he was in a lot of mock drafts, he was supposed to go to Seattle.
Yeah, he was. He was supposed to go to Seattle or like Port was saying, or to Arizona I had seen also. Yeah.
But I didn't feel like Arizona was going to get him because I ain't gonna lie. As a Raiders fan, I feel good for the Texans, yo. They went back to back.
Bro, yeah.
They
We
went
were
back to
doing
back.
that
They got
live.
CJ Stroud, and then they traded up to number 3 to go get Will Anderson.
Get Will Anderson.
Listen. They did what needed to be done for their Houston Texans. They really did.
Yeah, they did. They took that, what was it, the 2nd or the 12th, and then they got, oh man, that was crazy. I like what they did.
I'm a Clemson guy, and no ways Tyree is Clean and Farrell. Tyree is way talented than Clean and Farrell. That's a fact.
Absolutely, bro.
That is a known fact there. That is a known fact. But what was your initial thoughts? Because I know we did the live reaction, in the beginning.
Yeah.
But what was your initial thoughts after you got off the live? How did you feel about the Tyree Wilson pick?
You know what? I liked it. In my head, like a lot of Raider fans, I saw Jalen Carter there, and I was like, "Damn, Jalen Carter's there." But as good as an athlete or the draft pick as he's supposed to be, there's still that other side you don't know. My mind, I had told you when we started the draft, was get help on the defense, all 3 levels. So seeing that we got Wilson, what he can do, having help for Max on the other end, I was happy with it. Because now you can't just worry about just Max. Chandler Jones is older. He can learn under him. He'll still be there. They'll be able to rotate. So to me, it's a win situation bringing in Tyree Wilson into that defensive line, especially in our division.
So my question to
You got to
you,
blow him out.
how would you grade Tyree Wilson?
I would grade Tyree as an A, bro.
As an
especially
A?
because as an A, especially because we got him in 7. Yeah. I would.
Okay. I would trade Trey Tucker is we're gonna get into that pick.
We'll get into that one because I'm trying to understand that one.
We're gonna get into that pick. What's going on, Hefe? What's going on? But
What's up, Hefe?
But a lot of people has they pros and cons about Tyree Wilson, and they can say whatever they want. But I think this guy, like I said, I think this guy's going to be a star.
I think so.
Chandler Jones got 2 years left with his contract. We don't know what type of player we're going to get from Chandler Jones this year.
Exactly.
We just don't know. Even though that he's getting paid $20 million guaranteed.
He restructured, didn't he?
Yeah, he restructured, but I don't know the numbers of the restructured contract. But I give Tyree Wilson a B+. A B+. Because I gotta see it on the field at the end of the day. D-Mokes, what's going on? What's going on, D-Mokes? So that I want to get into his I'm about to pull up my notes now on what I had on Tyree Wilson. So a lot of people that didn't watch the video, y'all can hear my actual notes. I like a B+ because he's 6'6", he's 275 pounds. People fail to realize that he played 2 years at Texas A&M before transferring. So he played so he has 7 sacks, 9 QB hurries, 10 tackles for loss, and 36 tackles in the past 2022 NFL season. So what I have as is for me to buy into Tyree Wilson, he has great size, he's physically dominant, and he has potential positional versatility. They are my top 3 reasons to buy in to Tyree Wilson. And the only concerns that I have, questionable speed to threaten the edge as a pass rusher, which you could go with, you could turn that instead of speed, you could have better quickness than speed. So that's coachable. Like quick in reaction athleticism, which that is coachable. And occasional plays with high pad level, that is coachable. That's the only 3 concerns I have about Tyree Wilson. That's all I had. Like the man, like his ideal role is for me when I did my thing. His ideal role is a 3-4 defensive end and an odd front. For him, he could fit multiple scheme fits in the NFL,
which they like to play. Yep.
In my consensus, I gave him an 85 out of 100. Which that's a B, basically.
All right.
So I don't see the understanding. Like people would have been mad if we would have reached it, got somebody that was a second or third rounder, and we got him in the first round.
Yeah, they would have got mad.
Upset about the Tyree Wilson pick. Like it's like you're never satisfying.
They're probably upset because Carter was still there. I bet you if Carter wouldn't have been there, they would probably be less mad, except for the people who wanted a corner. But even then, the top Witherspoon went 2-3 picks before that,
right? And we that's what I'm saying. Like, what I think if Witherspoon was there at 7, we probably would have went Witherspoon over Tyree Wilson.
Yeah, we
probably would have. But that's who the Seahawks wanted. They want to build their Legion of Boom 2.0 all over again.
I see that.
You said that. So let's go into
Legion of Boom.
Let's go into our next draft pick. 35th overall, traded up to go get him. Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. So this guy, 6'4", 251 pounds. He had 67 receptions, 809 yards, and 9 touchdowns for the Notre Dame. Now, my consensus I had for him is this. My top reasons to buy into Michael Mayer. Easily translatable skill set to the NFL game.
Yep.
Inline blocking skills that will allow him to impact both run and the passing game.
Yep.
Tremendous ball skills and contested catch ability. And mismatched target in the middle of the field.
Hell yeah.
That's what I have as my top reasons why we got Michael Mayer. Now, the concerns is coachable as well. Now, traditional positional value that was scoring his draft range as a tight end. That's one. Not most dynamic player in the passing game, more of a possession player. Sounding like a little bit like Austin Hooper a little bit.
Oh, so not so much like Not as dynamic as Waller.
Right.
Okay.
So tight ends typically require extend runaway upon the NFL transition maximize his potential. So technically like yards after the catch type of thing when it comes to Michael Mayer. But
because he lacks the speed.
yeah, he lacks the speed because he's 251 pounds. But people fail to realize Waller was a receiver before he converted to tight end. So he already has that top end speed. And even for him to be 6'4", 251 pounds, he ran a 4.7.
Right?
He ran a 4.7.
That's a big dude.
Yeah,
he's 6'4", 200 and what?
And to run a 4.7.
Exactly.
You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that at the 35th pick. And he was the best tight end in the draft.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't come off the board first, but he was the most talented tight end in the draft.
Who was the one that came out first again? Was it Kincaid from Utah?
I think the guy from Utah went first, Kincaid, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, it was Kincaid. All right.
Let Hefe chill, y'all. Hefe loves to troll the chat. Let him live.
Hefe's cool though.
Hefe's cool, man. He actually, you know what? The one thing I can say about Hefe, he actually came up on the live in day 3. He actually
did he really
up to the live. Yes, he came up on the live in day 3. Some of y'all Raiders fans would not do.
Even
and cool. I had my boy Anthony, a Washington Commanders fan, was up there, and I really opened up the chat. I really opened it up for y'all to pull up, for the Raiders fans to pull up.
Okay. I remember that. You did.
Laporta went first. Right, Raider champion. Laporta went first. Your fact. That's a fact.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Laporta went first. It wasn't the guy from Utah. But I love this pick here at 35 in the second round. We really didn't handle depth at tight end. Horsted, I think he's coming into his second year as a tight end. OJ Howard won't make the roster. And we got Austin Hooper. So I like the pick at 35. And what was your thoughts on it when you first heard about it?
Man, as a Notre Dame fan, I was ecstatic, bro. I love this dude. I've seen him play his entire career at Notre Dame for a while. He was the only weapon there. So I've seen what he can do with the ball. Even though they say he lacks the speed or whatever, the dude always made plays. He always made big plays. And then the red zone, I'm telling you, this dude is a monster. He's a monster. And the fact that he can block. The fact that he can block, he's not afraid to block, and he can lay down those hits in the run game and in the passing game. I was so happy that they moved up and traded up for him, bro. I was ecstatic. I like him. He's a really good player. I'm really excited about him. I'm so excited. I never get rookie jerseys. This might be the first time I get a rookie jersey. It's going to be him to have his jersey, bro. Because that's how excited I'm sure I am. Because like you said, once we lost Waller, I was like, what the hell are we going to do with tight end? That was such a huge position for us in the Gruden era, right? Was that tight end spot. That was like how we were able to get you. And then once we lost him, it's like, what are we doing? What are we going to do? And then, OJ Howard, this former first-round pick, he's going to come rejuvenate his career. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Like, no. And then Austin Hooper, I was cool with. You know, he's cool. He can block. You know, he's good. But I just didn't see, like, that threat. Like, damn, you got to watch out for the Raiders tight end. Now we have that again with Maynard, bro. And I like that. I like that they traded up to go get him.
I might have to disagree with you there because we know that Jimmy Garoppolo likes throwing at tight ends. And when Austin Hooper is open, he could definitely be a quality tight end. And that's why I love the fact that we got Michael Mayer, because OJ Howard ain't going to make this roster. He's just not. I just don't see it happening. I think Michael Mayer will be probably the number 2, and probably the number 2 tight end, probably the number 1, depending on how he outplays Austin Hooper in training camp. We just don't know. But I like the depth that we have. Austin Hooper was something in ATL, not much in Cleveland. Well, Cleveland was ass, bro. Cleveland was ass. Cleveland's always been ass. But I feel you though. He was a better tight end in Atlanta than he was in Cleveland. Absolutely agree there. It's nothing personal against Hefe. We love him. We just don't like his team shitty queez. Mayer's a big tight end. Yes, something y'all gonna have to cover for twice a year. Mayer's a dog. New nickname for him is IHOP because he'll be pancaking linebackers and corners all game long. That is a fact.
I like that. IHOP.
Yes, I like that. IHOP. I like that. I like that as well. So what would be your grade, at getting them 35th overall? What would be your grade to go get um, to go get Michael Mayer in the second round?
I think as far as the top tight end that he was, as a player, he's good. As a need for the team, for it to be our second pick, in the second round, I would have been like, I don't know, not so much, or whatever. So that's why that'll probably be the only reason I wouldn't give it an A, was because it was a high pick for a position that wasn't a need. But you can pass up on a player like that, so I'll give it a B plus, bro. Mm-hmm.
Salute to Kush. What's going on, Raider Kush? What's going on, my guy? Thank you
What's
for
up,
tuning in to the
Kush?
show. Really do appreciate it, y'all. Shout out to Robert Pena, Raider Dangerfield, Knock Andrew. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? Y'all coming through today. So for me as a depth piece, and I knew that we needed a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end was definitely a need. I'm giving it an A.
Go.
He was the top tight end in the draft, even though
I
Laporta
thought he
went
was.
first.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get to the Circus Raider. We're gonna get to the pick. We getting through all the picks right now. We actually get through all the picks right now. So just bear with us. Just bear with us. And we're gonna go from there. But I gotta go through and see the actual because I keep forgetting how the picks went. So it was Tyree Wilson, Michael Mayer, and then was Byron Young. So I didn't actually do my Byron Young video yet. But I'm gonna give y'all an actual piece of my report of Byron Young that I had written down after watching his film. So he was from Alabama. So Byron Young from Alabama. Let's do that. I'm getting my notes together because I already have my notes in my phone. So because all the notes that I have, I'm going to do each and every video for it. So
okay.
Byron Young, he was a senior at Alabama, defensive tackle. He was 6'3", he's 292. And my thing that I had for him, and I'm gonna just give you my top reasons why to buy into Byron Young. My top reasons. He's strong at point of attack, which a lot of our defensive tackles are not great at.
Okay.
They're not strong at point of attack. Number two, he's a physical run defender. What have the Raiders defensive tackles been missing all year?
Yeah, that big dog in the middle. Mm-hmm.
He's a big run defender, and he has the ability to take on double teams, something that the Las Vegas Raiders DTs could never do.
Mm-hmm.
Could not take on double teams at all. The top concerns that I have for Byron Young: balance and body control issues, which is coachable. You can fix that in strength and conditioning. Right. Range as a player. Now, range can mean a lot of things. It can mean a lot of things as far as depending on the scheme, how your range is when you get off the ball, which is coachable. Range is coachable. The lack of ability to pressure the quarterback. Now, that's been our thing. But right. Patrick Graham coached him in the Senior Bowl. People failed to forget that.
Yeah.
Coached him in the Senior Bowl. So when I say 6'3", 294, and he has an arm length of 34 and a half, arms is pretty short.
Yeah.
But if you have a defensive line coach that know how to coach him the right way, I think he will be fine. But I still give this just a regular B for Byron Young.
Right.
Almost near like a C minus a little bit because of his lack of ability to get to the quarterback. That's it. But I feel like as far as taking on double teams, physical run defender, and strong at point of attack, that's what makes me give it a B. At least a B minus, or give it like a B minus going into a C.
Okay.
It gives like almost a B minus. But we have a nice, like DeMarcus Webb said. He said we have a nice defensive rotation at the DT position, and able to keep that position group fresh in the trenches. And think about it, Tyree Wilson can play inside, so you can put Byron Young and Tyree Wilson there, or you could switch it up and put Matthew Butler and put Tyree Wilson there, or you could put Neil Farrell Jr. and Byron Young there. You can flip flop a lot of things now.
Yeah.
So I give it like a B minus going into a C because of the pressure of the quarterback, which he's young, he's a rookie, he's going to learn better, but
Right.
he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. I don't know about Tyree Wilson putting on more muscle. I don't know about that. He's what? He's already 6'5", if I'm not mistaken. I think he's already built to play. He's built to play D tackle. He's built to play, edge, depending on where you put him at and what scheme. But they say he's an edge rusher in 3-4. You could definitely put him at DT in 4-3.
In 4-3, and they on one of the insides. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your thoughts on the Byron Young pick?
Man, I like him. I'm a big defensive person. So the fact that they took and they went and got this defensive tackle out of Alabama, good. He's coachable, being coached good. He has the skills. These dudes are athletes. They're not no chumps. They have to put in the work, especially to earn your time in Alabama. So he does that. So knowing that he has that and that we built up the defensive line, I like the pick. I like that they got him. He's good size. Like you said, he has that run stuffing ability, which we've been lacking.
Yeah,
we've been lacking that run.
We can't stop the run to save our damn lives.
We've been lacking that for so long. I can't even remember the last time you can say we had a defensive tackle that was just a run stuffer. Right. When was the last time we had one of those dudes? And having him there, I like it. I like the rotation that they added to with it because now you got Tillery, the two young dudes we drafted last year.
We got Tillery. I totally forgot about Tillery. Damn.
Yeah, Tillery. Then you add this dude. I think it's going to be our defensive line to me is going to be a lot better. And I like that they're building in the trenches in that way. I like that. That's how they're building up our defense, bro. I really
Hey, Raider Dangerfield, he's actually 6'6", 292, not 271. He's actually 292.
I thought
so he's already a big boy.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Y'all is commenting today. Y'all are commenting today. Y'all, I love it. I love it.
Definitely will give him he's probably like you a B. I give that pick a B, bro.
Okay.
I definitely give it. I know there were some people on them when you watch it, they're saying it was a reach. They were projecting it to be a fourth, fifth round pick, but
I don't think Byron Young would have been near in the fourth. I don't think
the way defensive players were flying off those boards. They took him and they went for it. I'm glad they did, bro. We need that defensive line to be our strength on the defense.
So let's get into the controversial pick.
Dum. Here it goes.
Trey Tucker. Controversial to me. I'm gonna be honest. I did not like the pick. I mean, he's 5'9". He's 175 pounds. He did have 52 receptions for 672 yards and 3 touchdowns. But only three touchdowns. But we all know that he's a return guy. We all know this. I'm not a big fan of this because I know that Hunter Renfrow was there, and Jacoby Myers does play the slot too. And we got DeAndre Carter to be our return specialist. And we still got DJ Turner on the roster as our return specialist. Because if you look at it, we have 12 receivers on the depth chart going into training camp.
We have a lot of receivers on the depth chart. Yeah.
A lot of receivers on the depth chart. And I was not a big fan of going to get a wide receiver knowing that defense is first. And our priority in our first 2 picks was defense. And for real, we could have got a lot of linebackers at that 100 spot instead of getting Trey Tucker. I didn't think because we went so late to get a linebacker, which I would get into. I would get into that. But shout out to y'all. Y'all are commenting today. My God, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. But I was not a big fan of some of the boys will be getting cut. But I don't depending on who will be actually getting cut. I'm sorry, y'all. 12 receivers, half of them. Arnett is gonna be there next season.
We have Devontae Adams, DeAndre Carter, Philip Dorsett, DJ Turner, Jacoby Myers, Keelan Cole, Cam Smith. Remember, we got Cam Sims.
Yeah, we got
Cam Sims, right? Hunter Renfrow, Trey Tucker, Tyler Johnson. So that's a lot of receivers.
So this is my top reasons of why to buy into Trey Tucker, even though I don't like the pick. But the reason why to I wouldn't say Tucker over Cole any day. It's competition in depth, which is understandable, but I still felt like we could have got a linebacker at 100. It was so many great linebackers still left on the board that I don't think we should have went wide receiver there. I think we should have went linebacker in the third. That's just me at the 100 pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think linebacker was more needed at the 100 pick than receiver. That's just my opinion.
For sure. Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't think OJ Howard's going to get cut, but I don't think Keelan Cole would get cut, but Sims might get cut.
I think one of those two. Yeah.
Should have waited till day 3 to get a kick returner. Thank you. That's all.
And if that's all they're drafting him for, is
I wouldn't mind getting a kick returner until day 3. If you would have got him in like the 6th round, I wouldn't have mind that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the fact that we got him in the 3rd round, it was too high of a pick. Too high at 100.
It was way too high of a pick at 100, bro. I was mad. I honestly thought, like, what the hell did like Al Davis come back and tell them to pick the fastest guy left? Because that was ridiculous. Like, why did we get this dude when we could have had a receiver, like you said, could have had another receiver, a linebacker, or we could have got a corner still at 100. We still could have got another corner at 100.
Tucker is perfect for Jimmy G. We have 2 burners with him, Dorsett, and bubble screens and quick slants. Is going to be perfect with these speedy receivers. We have 0 speed after Ruggs.
And I was thinking that's how they were going to use them.
Forget that Devontae Adams runs a 4.4 at his height. Right? People fail to forget that.
But even then, why use your 3rd round pick? This is why I think it was a reach. If you wanted him, I still think they could have got this dude in the 4th round if they wanted him.
I wouldn't even got him in the 4th. It would have been 5th or 6th for me.
Right. Yeah. Even then. Exactly. But the fact that you got him in the 3rd round at 100, no, bro. They should have went defense on that one. That was the one that had me puzzled. Like, what? Like, really?
Yeah, I just felt like I didn't mind the pick. I just felt like at 100, it was better. It was like at least 20 players, at least 20 to 30 players better than him on the board that we could have got.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I feel like right there, if you're going to get a guy at Trey Tucker in the 3rd round and he's going to be number 100, most likely he's going to play.
Right.
He's not a speedy receiver, but he runs, but he can definitely get yards after the catch, and that's what we want. We want yards after the catch, and that's what Devontae Adams can do. He's explosive that way.
Last year. He did it a couple times last year. Yeah.
He's explosive that way. So for me, Trey Tucker, the reasons why this from the film that I watched, right? I'm gonna get back to y'all comments because I want to break this down. So I think he's going to be a good kick returner, but don't say that Trey Tucker is going to replace Hunter Renfrow. Let's just keep that right there. He's not replacing. He's not replacing Hunter Renfrow. Stop that.
Right.
Stop that. King Glish, he said this is a good take right here. He said, I don't think we're sold on linebacker left. We just missed on Sanders and Overshown. Now, Drew Sanders, I did some research on Drew Sanders, and that guy cannot tackle.
Drew Sanders?
Drew Sanders can't tackle. He has a lot of missed tackles in this season. That's why he fell. Because the lack of tackling. And they said it on ESPN as well, that he has to get better with his tackling. Now, Overshown, different story. He's just a little undersized.
The size difference, yeah.
He's a little undersized, but I like the linebacker we got from Florida, which we're going to talk about as well.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
Yo, Spotlight, the hat is fire, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is actually the draft hat.
One. Yeah.
This is actually the draft hat, y'all. It's actually the draft hat for it. So let's get back to Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker, the reasons why to buy into him. He's explosive. He's ability to create space, and he has confident hands. Now, the explosive part, yes, he does have more explosiveness than Hunter Renfrow. Agreed. But the ability to create space, we know that Hunter Renfrow can do that when he's healthy. We already have that. Confident in his hands. We already know that Hunter Renfrow is confident in his hands.
Oh, definitely.
Top reasons to be concerned to be concerned about Trey Tucker. Size. He's 5'9", 175. He is going to have to bulk up.
He's little. He's like Jacoby. Like Jacoby Ford.
If you go to Fanatics, actually, I'm going to put the link The link is in the description for all Raider stuff. If you want to go to the Fanatics website, you could go get the Raiders gear right there. You could use the Fanatics link in the description to go get it. It's on fanatics.com. That's where we have a partnership with Fanatics as well. So
yeah, get that out there, bro.
yeah, definitely get that. Shout out to Fanatics with that partnership. Shout out to Fanatics for that. So size. We all know that he's 5'9", 175. He got to get bigger. He got to get bigger. I want him to at least be at least 205. 5'9", 205. I'm fine with that.
Catch that take away from his speed.
Now we know Hunter Renfrow has a better catch radius than Trey Tucker. I've seen it. Catch radius is a little bit better than Trey Tucker's. Likely a slot only. See, that's the thing. We have too many slots on this damn roster. Too many. Jacoby Myers is not really a number 2 in this league. Let's just be realistic, everybody.
I think that's what they're putting him at, a number 2. But ideally, he's a slot receiver.
Ideally, he's a slot receiver. You can line him up inside or outside, but they make it ideally a 2.
Yeah.
You got DeAndre Carter that plays in the slot. You got Keelan Cole that could play in the slot. I mean, you could put Cam Simlin outside because of his height, but he can play the slot as well. So now you go get a Trey Tucker that does everything that Hunter Renfrow does, and we don't need that. So I'm kind of confused why we got this pick at 100, because he's a kick returner. So that means that we got him at 100, so Hunter Renfrow don't have to do kick and punt returns no more.
But isn't that why we have DJ Turner? But isn't that why we have Turner?
Yeah, that's why we have DJ Turner. But you see, last year, they still had Hunter Renfrow on punt returns, which he shouldn't have been there.
He shouldn't be doing that no more. He definitely shouldn't be doing that anymore. Yeah.
I didn't look at next year's linebackers yet, D-Mag. I did not look at next year's linebackers.
But even
Tucker can't be a wide receiver too. Not at 5'9".
Oh no, hell no.
He can't be a wide receiver too.
Slot. Yeah.
What has DJ Turner done? DJ Turner has not done enough because they don't put him on the field.
No, he's a returner. In college, that's what he was. He was a return guy.
Right.
You know? He's got speed. You know, he's got speed. I'll give him that. But yeah, to be drafted at 100 on us, no, there were too many other players on the board still that we could have had. We could have still had, Ringo. Kaylee Ringo was still up there.
Kellen Ringo was still up there.
The linebacker from Tulane was still up there. Dorian Williams was still up there.
There was a lot of players at 100 that we could have got at the defensive side of the ball.
Yep,
that was better than Trey Tucker.
And that's why this pick bothered me so much. I was like, there was still at least 3 or 4 other good defenders we could have drafted and got Turner later. I don't know why they felt the need to draft him at 100.
And just what I saw in Trey Tucker's game is that the scheme fit is an 11 personnel heavy spread. When do McDaniels actually do a heavy spread?
I've never seen it.
When does he does? I mean, he does like a 3 wide receiver set, but when do you ever see Josh McDaniel do like a 4 or 5 wide receiver set?
Do you remember ever seeing that at New England?
No, no 4 or 5 wide receiver set.
No. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I get I can visualize how they're going to use him as that burner, like somebody said earlier in the chat, on the screens. The screens, the little quick outs, the flats. Try to utilize his speed. Give him the ball end arounds so that he can make plays. I get that part.
They compare him to Tyler Lockett.
Oh,
Tyler Lockett is probably going to be the number. Tyler Lockett can play. He can play outside because he has the speed.
I think Lockett's a more complete receiver than this dude.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, Lockett's a way more complete wide receiver than this dude is. Yeah.
I don't see Hunter Renfrow being traded this year. I just don't see it. Because everybody's hyped because Patrick Queen didn't get his 5th-year option and stuff like that.
But that doesn't mean, I don't know why they get hyped.
We're trading Renfrow. And you know what's funny, though? If he just imagine, right? Just imagine if this go down and we go get Patrick Queen, and Patrick Queen shits the bed as a linebacker, but Hunter Renfrow thrives with Lamar Jackson. Y'all gonna regret the trade,
right? And just because you don't pick up their 5th doesn't mean you're not gonna keep. We didn't pick up Jacob's 5th, right? And look at what he did. He had a season, and now we gotta find a way to pay him. That doesn't
And
mean
that,
they're necessarily going to get traded.
right. And I just say this to say this. If Hunter Renfrow get traded to the Baltimore Ravens, right? With Odell Beckham, Mark Andrews, they just got Zay Flowers in the draft, and you go get a Hunter Renfrow, yeah, keep a lookout for Baltimore. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep a lookout for Baltimore if that happens. If you want Lamar Jackson to have Hunter Renfrow as a receiver outside of Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham, and Mark Andrews, you just made Lamar Jackson's life even easier as a passer.
We said that when they drafted Flowers. Remember when they drafted him? We're like, uh-oh. Yeah, no. And exactly, then why Queen? Why not Simmons? Because then Simmons' fifth option didn't get picked up.
Isaiah Simmons got his.
I'd rather have Isaiah Simmons. Yeah, I'd rather have Isaiah Simmons if we're gonna trade.
He said, "Hell no, traded for Queen. Don't ever trade for a player on a contract year unless it's guaranteed they'll sign."
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, there's some Raider fans that know. Exactly.
I heard AB is going to Baltimore too. Oh hell no.
even Hefe said AB is done, bro.
Patrick Queen has done little. Why target him for a trade? Because we need a linebacker.
Right. There's still the question of linebacker. So
any linebackers that have fifth-year options, the Raiders is going to look to get the trade. You know how the Raiders fans do. You know how these Raiders B writers do. Anything that's available to try to be a Raider, they're going to say, "Oh, is this person going to be a Raider? Is that person going to be a Raider?"
When the D-Hop rumor started, D-Hop has to come be a Raider. D-Hop's got to come be a Raider.
But think about a job Raider. You didn't have issues with Isaiah Simmons coming out of the draft. Now you do.
I'd rather have Isaiah.
A lot of Raiders fans didn't have no issues. Oh, we passed up on Isaiah Simmons. Now he got a fifth-year option. Now they talking about, oh, can he be a Raider now? Nah.
Right. That's a win-lose deal. Queen is nowhere near Renfrow. Yeah.
Yo, AB still has the frog bite toes.
Man, yo, AB went through a lot.
So Trey Tucker, what would be your grade for this draft pick? What would be your grade for this one?
Oh, based on the fact that I feel the need was not needed, who we passed up to get this dude, I would slowly, based on the fact that he's fast, and I'm hoping that they're going to use him as a playmaker and he's going to make plays this year. But I would give that a C- or a D, bro. There's no way at that pick. It was not a good pick to me at all.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'd give it a C-, almost a D. Not because of the player,
not because of the player.
We drafted him exactly is the reason why I give him that grade. It's not the player in himself. I think he's a talented player. I just think he's not worthy of a third-round pick. The last time we got a receiver, last time we got receivers out of the third-round pick was Brian Edwards and what is his name? What is the other guy name from Kentucky that we got? I did a whole segment on him on my channel.
From Kentucky.
What's his name? What's his name, y'all? That we got in the third round. What is his name, y'all? I totally forgot his name. It's right there. Oh my God, it's right there, y'all. The only way I forgive AB if he signs my Raider Vontaze Burfict's jersey. Oh shit. Bowden Jr. Lynn Bowden Jr.
Oh, Bowden Jr. That's right. Yeah.
The last time we got two receivers in the third round, Brian Edwards and Lynn Bowden Jr. Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, John Gruden tried to make him a running back when you all knew that he was a slot receiver.
Right. I remember that. Lynn Bowden. That's right.
He wouldn't have been there day 3. Yes, he would have.
Who?
Yes, he would have. He would have been there. He would have been there day 3.
Turner?
Bro, Bolton never got the shot for us. He didn't because John Gruden tried to put him at running back.
Yep, he tried moving him, and then that was it. Yeah, they traded him to Miami. That's
before right. The season started. Yep, sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did. I did a whole, and the thing about it is, I did a whole segment on why the Raiders should go get Lynn Bowden Jr. And we end up drafting him anyway. I was on point with that. I did a whole segment on this channel. I got the video for that too. Why the Raiders should go get Lynn Bowden Jr. That's crazy. And we got him. But let's go on to the next pick here. And people could have nobody really watched Tim play, but I did at Maryland.
Who?
With the 104th pick in the 4th round, Jacorian Bennett.
I like him.
This guy had better stats than Kelly Ringo. This guy had better stats than Kelly Ringo. And a lot of people think that that's who we should have got.
Right.
But Kelly Ringo did go to the Philadelphia Eagles. But we know why, though. We know why, though. So let me go pull up my stats for Jacorian. Let me pull up my stuff for Jacorian Bennett, because I've been doing a lot of studying on these guys. A lot of studying on these guys since they've been drafted. Jacorian Bennett, right, out of Maryland. He only had 2 interceptions and 28 tackles, but in his pass breakups, he had more pass breakups. No, actually, that's wrong. He did not have 2 interceptions. He had 4. I think he had 4 or 5 interceptions this year. And Kelly Ringo had 4 interceptions. But the pass breakups, Jacorian Bennett had 27. Kelly Ringo had 23. So production-wise, it was a little bit better. And you have to look at it. They play in the 2 best conferences. And I'm going to be honest, some of the 2 best conferences in college football, which is the Big Ten and the SEC. But I like Jacorian Bennett because even though that he is 5'11", 188 pounds, he runs a 4.3. So if he gets a pick 6, who's catching him? You're muted, bro.
Sorry. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah.
So, and he has a vertical jump of 40.5. We got the shortest cornerback room in the league. Understand that, but this guy can jump.
Yeah, he's got hops.
He can jump. He could jump, and he went up against some of the best receivers in the Big Ten.
Oh, he did have 2 interceptions.
So that must have been his career as all. But he played against Marvin Harrison Jr., which was probably one of the best receivers in the nation. Played against them. He was watching porn. Who was watching porn? What are y'all talking about? Yeah, he did play good against Ohio State.
He did.
Was on a podcast about his draft. He said some was on him and the other picks wasn't on him. He named players that he wanted. Man, F. Gruden. Wow.
I heard about that podcast today. Yeah, I gotta check it out.
If our draft class is a bust, then yeah, thank you, Raider champion. Mark needs to sell the team, but let's get into it. Let's get into it with he's 5'11", he's 188 pounds. Top reasons to buy in to why the Raiders bought into, for my personal opinion, why the Raiders bought into Jacorian Bennett. Positional versatility at cornerback, nickelback, and safety. He's a willing tackler. That's a good part. And he has a great football IQ from what I've seen. Now, top reasons for concern for him that I personally seen on film: lower body tightness, down the field speed, and he's a little grabby. But
lower body tightness, like his footwork.
Yeah, lower body tightness meaning how he flips his hips.
Ah, okay.
So, which is flipping your hips is coachable. It's not nothing that comes off the board like, damn, we shouldn't have got him here.
Right, it's like a technique he can learn and develop.
Yeah, he can play press. He can play press in the nickel. He can play press in the corner, and he can play a little bit of safety as well. So that's why I like that he's versatile in those 3 positions at that time. Because even just in case, God forbid, if we have to have Nate Hobbs go back out to CB2, which I don't want Nate Hobbs to go back to CB2 because that's not his role.
So what, you think they're going to keep Duke Shelley at 2?
I wouldn't mind Duke Shelley at 2 and put Nate Hobbs back in the slot because that's when Nate Hobbs had his best rookie year.
He did have his better year when he was in the slot. Yep, he did.
Yeah, so Duke Shelley would be the number 2. I like Duke Shelley. I was surprised that the Vikings gave him up. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they let him walk. But overall, for me, Bennett's upside has tied his versatility and the ability to play multiple positions, but there's some elements of his game that needs improvement, which all these draft picks needs improvement, basically. Queen Raiderette, what's going on, beautiful? What's going on, Queen Raiderette? What's going on? John Raider could also revisionist history. Always figured Groove pick was going to be the early rounds. Mike picked the later rounds. All right, Queen. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Make sure y'all hitting that like button too, y'all. Make sure y'all hitting that like button for this podcast. But me personally, I think being grabby, that's workable. Learning how to flip your hips for
That
more
you can
bite
learn.
tightness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you're always going to have your strengths and your weaknesses with players. You're not going to have just all strengths like you this perfect player.
Right.
So I like this pick, and I'm going to give it a B minus. I'm gonna
Okay.
give it a B minus because, like I said, we don't want another Trayvon Mullen being grabby.
Right.
Trayvon Mullen was a grabby corner at the number 2 position. So if you could have the rotation with Amik, Hobbs, and then him, or you could put him at safety, or you could put him at a nickel. You could put him in situations like in third downs and stuff like that.
Right.
But I don't think I think where we got him at is a good pick for Jacorian Bennett. We got him in the 4th round, 104th pick.
104.
I take it. It was only 4 picks after Trey Tucker, which we could have got him at 100 instead of 104. But hey, it's only 4 picks later. But
right. I'm glad we still got it.
I give it a B minus for Jacorian Bennett.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like him. I like that he's a good corner that we picked. I like that he attacks at the ball at the catch. You know, he's not so much like instinct wise, but at the point of attack at the catch, he's one of those dudes that knows how to attack the ball, the play, and has the leap ability to go up with these big receivers. You know, so I like the way he plays. Definitely. I'm glad we got him at that point. We got another corner finally. You know, I was like, damn, we finally got a corner. Yeah, I wasn't mad at this pick at all. I think the dude's gonna do good for us. I think he's gonna be one of those surprises, the way Nate Hobbs was when we got him. You know, like everybody's like, oh, this dude Nate Hobbs, where'd he come from? How they doing? Like, I think he's gonna be the same type of player. That Nate Hobbs was for us in this year from this year's draft is gonna be this dude. I like him. I mean, his size a little bit, 188, 5'11", but I like that he can jump. But he can get bigger. But he could definitely get bigger. It's like you said. I don't see anything that's going to be like, oh, damn, that's something he can't fix or work on. You know?
Right.
That's definitely something that I don't see in him, which is good. But I'm with you on that one. I give him like a B minus also. I give him a B minus on this pick. The fact that we're still able to get him in the 4th round, where we got him at is good. I think he could end up being part of the starting rotation, when we get into the 3 corners type nickel formations. So that'll be good. I think this is a good pickup for us, bro. I was excited about this one. I was not mad at this one at all.
I wasn't mad about this one either. And if you watch a lot of the Merlin tape on him, which I'll do when I do my daily picks, my daily days breaking down this. But yeah, because y'all getting a sneak peek of my notes, basically. Y'all getting a sneak peek of my notes. It's supposed to be in the videos, so
here comes the next one though.
So I knew that we were going to get a quarterback in this draft. I just didn't know when. But in the 4th round, the 135th pick, the Raiders get Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell from Purdue. Now, he's 6'3", he's 210. He played in the Big Ten Conference. He had 3,490 yards, 23 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Few reasons that you could buy into him. I watched some of his stuff. I watched some of his from this past this over the weekend as well after the draft was over. He has toughness, he's competitive, and he's poised. That's the only 3 things I really got out of him. Top reasons for concern that I was really surprised about, because Josh McDaniels talked about mobility in his quarterbacks, right?
This dude is not mobile.
And that concern is mobility in there for Aiden O'Connell.
Right, yeah.
Arm strength and turnovers. I don't mind the pick because I knew they was going to go get a quarterback because we're going to need a quarterback for the future. Jimmy Garoppolo is only going to be there for probably 2 to 3 years, possibly.
Right.
But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I felt like if the Lions didn't go get Hendon Hooker, the Ravens was going to get him.
See, I would have preferred Hooker than when we got Tucker.
Exactly. I would have went with Hendon Hooker. Didn't
I
Trey
would have
Tucker.
went with Hooker than Trey Tucker. Yep, me too.
But the Lions. It was. I remember. I was on the live, and I was like, "It's the Lions. It's the Texans. Then it's us." And I said it. I called it. Y'all. I said, "Watch the Lions go get their quarterback for the future. Watch." And when the Lions had the pick,
boom.
They got fucking Hendon Hooker. I said, "You mother!" I was so bad. I would have loved to see Hendon Hooker in the silver and the black, knowing that he came from my college in Tennessee. Oh my God! Man.
Could you imagine if they would have got the quarterback from your college, Tennessee, the tight end from my college, Notre Dame? How excited we would have been. We would have been up here rocking a Hooker and a Mayor jersey.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
But
Detroit was smoking crack. You can never go wrong. I can't wait. I can't say his name, Joe. Cause look at the chat. You can never go wrong with a hooker. You know what?
Oh no, man! I was in the military. You can sometimes.
I can't with y'all, man. Detroit was smoking crack on draft day. Yeah, when they traded DeAndre Swift back to his hometown, he's going back to Philadelphia. But that was kind of a smart move. It was kind of a smart move because Jahmyr Gibbs got drafted by them, and
they said Stetson Bennett was gone by then, right? He went to the Rams. Yeah.
Yes, Stetson Bennett was gone by that time. Ray Love, I think he was in the chat. He went to the Rams. That was crazy.
What about dude from Fresno State, Hayner? Did he go before or after?
Oh shit, I think he went after, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. Well,
yo, Hefe, too many hookers in Las Vegas.
You can never. You know what, bro? When I saw this pick, I was like, "What? Who? The dude from Purdue? Really? Like Mr. I Can't Move?" So I went in and I did like research on him.
Yeah, I actually watched some film on him. Yes, he does have arm strength. His accuracy is on point, though. That's one thing I can say. He has a great touch of getting it into the pocket of the receivers when it comes to them catching the football. He does have a great touch. He does have great accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely competitive. He's definitely tough. He definitely got poise in the pocket. But arm strength, mobility, and turnovers can be fixed. Mobility can be fixed. Arm strength can be fixed. It's all about mechanics. It's all about repetition when you do those three things. So
what stood out to me the most about this dude, the more research I did on him, like I like his, like how you said, his accuracy, quick release, of course with the decisions, the QB coach, things like that, was his work ethic. I remember when we first started talking about the draft, you mentioned Stetson Bennett. How you wouldn't mind having this dude because of what he had to go through, walk on, become the starter, led him to 2 national championships. Did you know that this dude was a walk-on as well?
He had the same exact route.
He was eighth quarterback, bro, on the draft on their depth chart, and this dude worked his way to
be the starter at Purdue
in the Big Ten. Not just any guy in the Big Ten for the Purdue Boilermakers, bro. So when I saw that, it made me like, okay, his work ethic is definitely there. Like, dude does not give up.
Yeah, if you're the 8th quarterback on the depth chart, and I think he was a senior too. No, he was a graduate.
The graduate.
So he's been there for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit up there in age, but I mean, what I said about him is from looking at him, I said I think Aiden O'Connell is a gamer without a doubt, but he's not a starting caliber quarterback, which I did say I don't think he's a starting caliber quarterback just yet. For me personally, I envision him as a project.
Yeah.
Long-term backup quarterback. That could be a spot starter on your team, depending on, the injury of Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's what I'm saying. With us having fragile Jimmy, now you have this dude, hopefully learning.
You got old ass Brian Hoyer.
Learning from old ass Hoyer.
But
Yeah.
overall, he has an average set of tools and an average set of skill set. I think it was better quarterbacks on the board. If you wanted to get him here, you could have got a better quarterback, especially of what Josh McDaniels always talked about him having he wanting a more mobile quarterback. That's why he kind of got rid of Carr in some
Right.
ways. But you go and draft a guy that doesn't have mobility. So I'm confused on what you want, Josh McDaniels, out of a quarterback. I'm confused
Right.
because if you make Jimmy G mobility, people fail to forget that Jimmy G gets hurt when he's mobile. He don't
Yeah.
get hurt getting hurt in the pocket. He
I
get
don't
hurt
want to.
when he runs trying to throw it on the move.
I don't want to see him running around next year.
I don't either.
If
I
it's
don't either.
open, you run and you run out of bounds or you slide. That's it.
All right, so what's your grade? What's your grade for this?
You know what? When I saw him, what the dude came from, where he backs from, I was like, oh, I would give it a C minus, C minus. The fact that it's a project. I knew we were going to get a quarterback. I don't mind getting a quarterback. The more I've been doing this, like I hear that it's not even a bad idea to draft a quarterback every year if you need to in the later rounds, because you never know where you can find your dude. So if this dude ends up having to come in and he ends up doing good, like, good for us that we had him. I don't see it as a wasted pick. I don't really. We were going to get a quarterback anyway. I would have loved to have Hooker instead of Tucker with that 100th pick. That my idea would have been better to have him. But, McDaniels is going to want his dude. And these dudes have always said they want their type of players. And this was their guy. So they got him. So let's see what he does. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving this a C minus because of I don't know what Josh McDaniel wants at quarterback. I just don't know.
Yeah, I thought mobile quarterback. There's
I
not no
thought
mobile
mobile
quarterback.
quarterbacks was something that he wanted. Like he wanted like a Cam Newton type of mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
But you go out to get an Aiden O'Connell that does have no mobility at all. But I'm giving it a C minus. I'm not a big fan of this pick. But I'm not a big fan of it, but I knew that we were getting a quarterback. I just didn't know
Same.
when.
I knew it was going to happen. I was just wondering when it was going to happen.
Aiden O'Connell is a system fit for McDaniels, but he has all the intangibles. He's a B minus pick for the system. Pick it only other quarterback is Tanner McKee and Hooker. We're going to see if they pick Aiden O'Connell. See, for me, I don't think a B minus for the system. Yeah, but it's a C minus for me because because McDaniels kept saying he wanted a mobile quarterback. And mobility is a concern for Aiden O'Connell. So that's why I make it a C minus when it comes to that. Josh McDaniel doesn't know what he wants at quarterback. That is a fact.
And I think in our division, you need a mobile quarterback because you think about the Chargers have their D line. The Broncos always have a good D. Kansas City can bring the pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
Tanner McKee is more mobile than Aiden O'Connell. I would have been fine with Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee is more mobile.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with that. Him getting him at that pick at 135.
At 135.
I think Aiden O'Connell could have been there later on in the draft. He could have been there in the 6th or 7th round. We could have got him if we didn't get Tanner McKee. But hey, that's another story for another time. But our next pick, which I love, I think this is one of the best picks that we got. Round 5, pick 170th, Christopher Smith out of Georgia. I love this pick.
Me too.
I love this pick with a passion, and that defense was just that Georgia defense was just good all the way around.
Hell yeah, it was.
It was good all the way around. So, I thought this was a good pick for me. So 4 TDs, 6 interceptions in 7 playoff games. Yup. But Christopher Smith, he brings leadership, he brings toughness, versatility, and playmaking to a defense. He projects to be a free safety / nickel hybrid defensive back.
That's what I like.
What I saw on the film. He's a positional versatility allows him to be on the field with 2 other safeties if necessary. Smith provides, for me, when I saw they had him sometimes in a 3-down situation or a 3-down value, that potentially become an impact starter after a season or 2.
Right.
So my top reasons that I have for him, because y'all going to hear this on the videos too, just to let y'all know. Waste picked at quarterback, should have got a linebacker. We should have got a linebacker earlier than that. We should have got him at 100 instead of 135. So that's another story for another time, though. But we should have got a linebacker at 100 instead of getting Trey Tucker. So I'm just going to keep it real with that. But my top reason to buy into Christopher Smith as a safety, high football IQ. He has great versatility. He has great ball skills and production.
Right.
Kind of concern for him. I don't understand how. For me, I didn't think this was a concern. For me, from what I saw from a lot of other scouts that said it, they say he has tackling woes. I disagree with that. I don't think he has tackling woes. But what's going on, Raider Paul? What's up? I think he tackles really well in open space.
Yeah.
I think he just have a slim frame, and his average arm length and his reach is what concerns me. But tackling woes, I disagree with. I don't think he has tackling woes. I think that's one of his strengths.
Yeah.
In my opinion, a lot of scouts that I listening to about Christopher Smith saying that he has issue with tackling, but when I put on the film, I don't see that issue.
Yeah.
So yeah, only slim frame and average length and reach for him. I'm fine with that. He's 5'11", 192 pounds. I think he's going to get bigger. His arm length is 31 inches, which is really short. That's why I say his arm length is going to be a little bit of a concern.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like I like the way he tackles. I like his football IQ. I like his ball skills. Because when you put football IQ and ball skills and production in the same strength, that means you have eyes for the ball.
Yeah.
You have eyes to go up and get the ball. Your eyes are not looking in the backfield at the quarterback. You're looking at the quarterback, but you're not. He's not throwing you off. Like like quarterbacks like to have their eyes go one way but throw another way.
Right.
Try to get their eyes off the receiver that you
trying
really
to
want to
get
go
you
to.
off the receiver. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart in that instance. He's very smart in that.
He's got good football instinct.
Yes, very good football instinct. So I like this pick. Me personally, I think it's a B+ pick. Safety was one of the positions that wasn't need because Deron Harmon's not coming back. We got Marcus Epps.
We got
Trayvon Merrick. So that'll be the third safety. Us getting Christopher Smith, and he can play a little bit of nickel. So you have Jacorian Bennett and Christopher Smith can battle it out for that nickel position as well.
Position. Yeah.
I give this a B+. I like this pick. I really think this is an underrated safety. He could have went higher than what we got him for, but I like where we got him at. What you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I like it. I like where we got him at. I think he's a good player. The whole tackling thing, that thing shocked me. Like I didn't see. I watched Georgia a lot of SEC games too. I didn't see tackling as a weakness for this dude. I thought he could tackle. He was good. Like he said, the only thing I would be worried about would be his size. Is he going to get bigger? But to me, he kind of reminded me of the way he plays, kind of like Jonathan Abrams, but without having to be like that weakness is your passing game. You know what I mean? The fact that this dude can come up, make tackles on the run, make tackles on the plays, short plays like that, but can cover also. And is smart enough to know, like how you were saying, where he's not going to be, he's going to know his presence on the field, where he belongs. He's a leader also, making sure players are lined up correctly where they're supposed to be and things like that. So when I saw that we got this dude, I was happy. I liked it, bro. It was a really good pick. I like the fact that he can play anywhere. I know none of the things that I was reading, they call him like a Swiss Army knife. You can put this dude in any position out there, and he's good. So I like that they're going to be able to use him that way on the defensive side of the ball, especially when they go to like that 3 safety defense that they like to play. They can use them for those things and stuff like that. So I like it, dude. I think he's good. I think he's one of his instincts is amazing. His football IQ is great. So I think he's going to be really good with us, bro. And I'm excited for this dude. I'm glad we got him and that we were still able to get him, this far into the draft.
Make sure y'all hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, y'all. Make sure you're hitting that like button. The more y'all like the channel, the more the algorithm that will push out our videos for Nothing But Raiders podcast. So make sure y'all doing that. Chris Smith is a comparable to Earl Thomas. Yes, that's where my comparison was. My comparison was to Earl Thomas without the attitude. Because Earl Thomas,
I like Earl Thomas' attitude, though.
Yeah, I mean, he had a I don't give a fuck attitude. So, but this did Christopher Smith II was definitely a solid pick there. He was a solid pick. I really love that pick. And I love this pick as well in the 6th round. With 203, Amari Burney, linebacker from Florida. Lot of pretty underrated linebacker here. 6'2", 228. 41 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. For me, he shows a lot of versatility. He posted his most production year. And stat line of 79 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and making impactful plays that faces the game for me. Now, Amari Burney, top reasons but before I get to that, but overall, versatile defender, who best plays when he's attacking the line of scrimmage, which we need run stopping linebackers and cover linebackers, and he loves playing downhill. So my top reasons for him is, like I said, positional versatility, experience, because he was a senior. He played all 4 years at Florida. So experience is there. And his position instincts. I think his instincts is really well downhill. He never goes out of position. He never over pursues. He plays sideline to sideline. And that's what I like about a linebacker. I like a linebacker that's smart in the run game. Mm-hmm. Only 2 reasons I have of him. And I think we already have these 2 reasons, in my opinion, when it comes to our linebackers, man-to-man coverage. Let's just be real. Our linebacker, none of our linebackers couldn't cover to save their damn life. They just couldn't.
Yeah, that middle of the field always seemed to be wide open for some reason.
I don't know when the last time we had a cover. The last time we saw a so-called coverage linebacker was Corey Littleton, quote unquote.
Oh man,
but he wasn't. He was better. He was better with the Rams as a coverage linebacker than he was with the Raiders. But
yeah,
for another time. Got to get back to work. See you guys later. Salute to you, Raider champion. Let us know if you want to come on the show one day, man. Let us know, man. Just hit me up and come on the show. I'm gonna inbox you. I just be busy because I run 2 channels now, and Leo, I think he's still mad at me because I wore a Warriors jersey, which was a Mitch Richmond throwback. I think he's mad at me because he's a Lakers fan about that. So I was just wearing it because it matched my boots, and like I just thought it was a nice day to put on a throwback jersey. It was NBA basketball. Like
when you said Mitch Richmond, I was like, all right, that's cool. It was
it was a Mitch Richmond throwback. Right. So it wasn't like I had a recent Steph Curry type joint. Like a lot of people don't even know who Mitch Richmond is. So listen,
I remember him. I remember
running. Yeah, so that's when him, and sometimes then I got the other one when Tim Hardaway was there. So you could cover for hours if you have Aaron Donald on your team. That is true too. So yeah, man-to-man coverage and block deconstruction. That's my only 2 issues with Amari Burney here. But like I said, 6'2", 228. He runs a 4.7. His ideal role that I have of him is a versatile 2nd level defender. He could play in a multiple front, but my consensus was a 68 out of 100, which was a 6th round value. That's where we got him at.
That's where we got him. Yeah,
he was a 6th round value. I want to come on the show. Raider Twan, you got to hit me up next week. We could definitely have you on next week and talk about it, Raider Twan. We could definitely come on here next week if you're up for it. I do it from we do it around 4:30 or 4:45 Eastern Standard Time because I do my other channel with basketball. So I got a double header. I got a double header on there tonight.
We gotta hurry it up.
Hopefully
so
Leo's in the chat. Hopefully Leo's in the chat because I got the Warriors in 6.
I'll be watching the game, but I'll hop in the chat.
I got the Warriors in 6.
My nephew's a Warriors fan, so it's about to be on in my house.
But
but you know what?
We got him.
I like it.
Him with and what's crazy about it is that I like this pick. I mean, we got a linebacker.
You could tell they did the homework in the East Shrine game. A lot of these dudes were from those games.
Right. It's Christopher Smith,
For
Byron
Smith,
Young,
O'Connell,
Amari Burney. They always Patrick Graham defensive players in the Senior Bowl.
In the Senior Bowl.
So
yeah,
that's
he
the
definitely liked
that
what he saw.
has.
Yeah. Did you know his cousins on Faison? Brandon Faison?
Yeah, his cousin is Brandon Faison. Yup.
Yeah.
So that's another connection to the Raiders. But
yeah,
Amari Burney, I like this pick. I'm gonna give it a B- because of man-to-man coverage. He could have been an A for me if he had the man-to-man coverage to go with his strengths. But I do like his football instinct. I like his downhill. I like the fact that he doesn't over pursue. He definitely stays in what his assignment is. He's sideline to sideline. And I just really hope that Patrick Graham does not put him in a 4-2-5 front, because that's where linebackers get lost. Linebackers get lost when you have a 4-2-5 front when you only have two inside linebackers. And when you only have two inside linebackers, it's tough. It's tough to not over pursue, because now you have linemen coming into the second level and getting you. So if you put him in a 4-3 situation where he's like he can play inside or outside linebacker and he could be downhill, that's what makes him sideline to sideline. You got to put him in a certain scheme fit. I know it says multiple scheme fit, but I think his weakness if he plays a 4-2-5. That's just my personal opinion. We need anybody to actually play linebacker, not a project. I don't think Amari Burney is a project. I think the experience what makes him a strength.
Yeah, I think his experience. He's a true linebacker.
All 4 years at Florida.
And the fact that he's a true linebacker. You know what I mean? It's not some dude we're trying to convert to a linebacker. Like, we have an actual true linebacker.
Yeah, we actually drafted at the position.
The position, yeah. Not somebody like Diablo that we're going to hope
or
can become a linebacker.
Or those guys, right.
Yeah. Like, we got an actual linebacker. Plus, I think having that strength up front and the D-line is going to be able to help these dudes. Going to be able to help this guy. So I like it. I like the fact that we finally got a linebacker. I think his size is good. You know, his instinct is good. I mean, the only thing for me would just be the speed, you know, and the experience, just to see what he goes out there. I'm hoping he goes out there and he balls, and that Graham knows what he was doing with these dudes. But I would be the same way. I think for me, I would give it more of a C+, B-, not more on that end, you know, more based on his speed and stuff like that. But I'm definitely glad that we finally got a true linebacker, you know. So hopefully he'll ball out for us.
So poor Adrenaline Raider, what he says that if you have Aaron Ronald, you don't cover for hours, you cover for less time because of the pass rush. Even in the best cornerbacks can't cover forever.
Exactly.
Eventually someone gets open. Why pass is so important.
Exactly.
I feel Ziegler and Champ Kelly building a versatile defensive line with high motors. That's why I feel like they got Tyrese Wilson at 7.
Yep.
That's why I feel like they got Tyrese Wilson at 7. And the last but not least, the 9th draft pick that we had. That's crazy. We went from 11 draft, 12 draft picks to only 9.
Well, we had 12, but then we traded them and moved up. We ended up.
You know what? I'm not mad at 9 draft picks. I'm not mad at that. Nesta Jade Severa, if I said that correctly, Silver Severa, I don't know how you pronounce it. Another defensive tackle from Arizona State at pick 231 in the 7th round.
Is a big boy.
I'm not saying he's a project. I'm saying, like you said, Diablo. Oh, got it, Raider Twan. Got it.
Yeah.
Like
Diablo,
exactly. Like a News or Raider Twan. Like because mind you, let me tell y'all this, right? I'm gonna say this, Twan. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If you had Diablo play safety like he played at Virginia Tech, he'll be a better player for the Raiders than he is at linebacker. I'll tell you that right now. Go look at the tape. Go look at the tape when he's at Virginia Tech, bro. I'm telling you, that guy was a beast.
Yeah,
he was a beast at safety at Virginia Tech. Only reason why Tanner Muse was converted to linebacker because he played both at Clemson. That made sense.
Yeah,
but Devon Diablo is not a typical linebacker. He's just not. So if you still have him there, I understand we don't have linebacker depth. Understanding that. But I don't think we would have had to go get a safety if Devon Diablo was there. I'm just saying.
Yep. That's for sure.
Drew, and that's on you, bro. That's on you.
Yeah.
I love the pick that we got Devon Diablo, but the fact y'all want to convert him into a linebacker was so stupid.
Without the help up front, you know what I mean? Linebackers
It made it
love.
even worse on him.
Yeah. Without the help up front, because then you have these big dudes coming at him. Nah, Diablo, what was he going? Nah, it was you setting them up.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts. So, Nestor J. Severius. Now, I had to really dive deep into the film. I agree. We need a more mindful switching guys like that. Yes, you have to be more mindful. Agreed. I really had to really dive deep into him because Arizona State really don't have no film like that. So I found some film on him, and I did my analysis. Just from highlights and a little bit of all 22 film that I found. He's 6'2", he's 306. He's a graduate out of Arizona State, so he does have the experience there.
Yeah, he transferred there.
Yeah, he transferred to Arizona State. Yep, he's 6'2", he's 304. Top reasons to buy into him. He has physical strength, short area quickness, and he has great block and deconstruction. I love that.
Yes, that's what we need in that D line.
Yes, but top concerns that I have: pass rush ability, length, and lack of versatility.
Yeah,
this is the first player that this Josh McDaniels and Ziegler got a player with lack of versatility. Every player that we got in this draft was versatile.
They could play anywhere on the line. This dude is straight D tackle.
Right. He's a one. He plays in a one gap. So when he plays in a one gap, he knows that he's an early down defensive lineman. So you got to put him in the first and second down.
First, second downs.
Which I feel that I have to agree with, because I think that's how defense wins football games. When you don't get them big yardage on them first and second downs,
right? You hold them in third
down situations. That's where you can make your rotations with the Byron Youngs and the Tilleries and the Matthew Butlers and stuff like that. You can actually take them out, in that rotation. But if you put him in them first two downs, he's going to dominate.
Yep.
He's going to dominate. Even though he has a higher which he was considered a fourth round value, but we got
I was shocked when we got him in the
But he does have that. But I mean, he has the ability to be a pass rusher. I think a lot of stuff that we do have concerns of that can work on he has the time during rookie mini camp, training camp, preseason. I think he's going to evolve by the time the season's coming. You might see him on the field this year. You might see most of these D tackles on the field this year. But we do need inside linebackers more. Agreed. And don't be also surprised that we picked up free agent. Yes, I was free agent Deion Jones, Miles Jack, Zach Cunningham, Kawan Alexander, Van Noy, Anthony Barr. I personally feel out of all of those, there's only like two or three that I want out of all of those. I'm not really a big fan of Deion Jones. I'm a fan. Miles Jack. I'm kind of like on the fence with, but Zach Cunningham, I like Kawan Alexander, and I like Anthony Barr. Van Noy, I think he's getting up there in age.
Yeah, I like Anthony Barr still. Yeah.
I still like Anthony Barr, but I think if you want to get somebody that's going to you're just getting here, Anthony Price, as usual. You're always late. The Commanders are always late.
Right.
How you command something and you're late? It doesn't make any sense.
Miles Jack would be good too. I wouldn't mind Miles Jack.
Yeah, Miles Jack, I'm just kind of nervous about because he was supposed to come out of college and be this big thing.
Right.
One of these top linebackers in there, and he just did not show that in his career. But I just feel like it depends on the scheme for him.
Right.
I think Zach Cunningham could be the best out of all of them. Oh, you was working. It makes sense. Yeah, Commanders always got to work. They got to work the plantation. Get it? They got to work. They got to work the plant. I get it. It's like, no, I'm only messing with you, Anthony. I'm only messing with you because you try to get on me about my Sixers last night. Yeah.
And they won.
Yeah. How about them 76ers?
Right, with Embiid on it.
How about
that
without
was crazy.
James, without Joel Embiid and James Harden puts up 45 on them.
That was crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But me and Anthony going to agree that James Harden is not going to have that game again.
Yeah, me too,
We're
Twan.
not gonna have that
Nesta
game
was
again.
one of my favorite picks. I liked it. I liked his size, bro. I liked this pick in the 7th round. Hmm.
Nesta is actually my favorite pick. He has the size, a lot of upside, especially at the 7th round, which is a shot in the dark pick. Yeah, it is.
I
I
like
was
it.
about to speed on the highway, but Ruggs beat me to it. See,
Oh no, he
you see what
didn't.
I'm
See
talking
why he
about?
always be doing that.
You
See.
see what I'm talking about? You see
Hmm.
what I'm talking about with him. This is why me and Anthony Price always go through it with the trolls, man. Well, the thing about it is though, at least Henry Ruggs was able to stay on the field, unlike Carson Wentz. I mean, I'm just
Ooh.
saying he was able to stay on the field. At least we didn't go through 3 quarterbacks in 1 year.
In 1 year.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying. You went through Taylor Heineke, you went through Carson Wentz, and Sam Howell had to end your
Your
Washington
season.
Commanders. Yeah, we ain't had to go through 3 quarterbacks in 1 year, unfortunately. But back to um the Nesta pick. I thought we could have got him early.
Yeah, I'm surprised he
I
was
thought
still
we could have
there.
got him early. But at the end of the day, I love this pick.
Me too.
I love this pick. So I'm gonna give this. For me, I think it's one of my favorite picks of this draft. I'm close to an A on this one. So I'm gonna
uh,
go. I'm gonna go B plus.
yeah, B
I'm gonna
plus.
go. I'm gonna go B
Mm-mm.
plus. I just feel like he got that that one thing that nitpicks with me. Me being personally me being a former D tackle,
Hmm.
pass rush ability. That's been a problem with our defensive tackles.
Right.
Wentz
Getting that push up front.
Wentz got a ring with what about Carr? We're not going to even do that.
Oh wow.
Number one, Nick Foles got the ring, not Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz ain't get a ring with y'all, not with the Commanders. He got a ring to go home. But yeah, the pass rush ability is the only thing that I have an issue with. So I'm gonna give it a B minus, but I feel like is that grade might change in the future.
Right. I
So
like it. I like it. I
I
would
I
stick
like
with the
this pick
A.
at 7.
I like this pick. I would stick with it with an A because of the value of where he was, where he could have been, and he landed with us at 7. Yeah, I like his size. Like I said, my only thing with him would be just for him to increase that push up the middle to get more of that pass rush going. But I think that's something that he can learn with technique, with the veterans he's playing with. On that line, they all get together. Mm. But I'm really liking the way our defensive line is looking, bro. That's our defensive line is looking good. It's looking stacked. I like it.
Yeah,
That's why I would give it an
I
A.
like the way our defensive line looks. Now we got Brian Young, we got Nesta, we got Tillery, we got Butler, we
Butler.
got Neil Farrell Jr. It's
Hmm.
looking pretty good. Then you could rotation in there with Tyree Wilson if he doesn't play the edge with Chandler Jones and Max Crosby. So we
Yep.
got a nice little rotation
And I like
with
that.
this team, and I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Patrick Graham, are you going to utilize any of these defensive tackles? Are you going to utilize these players? Because at the edge, remember we still have Malcolm Kuntz there. Got to
Yeah.
use him
No.
some way somehow. You got to use
No,
him
we'll
some
see.
way somehow.
We'll see in training camp how that pans out. We
And
also have a new defensive line coach. Yeah, we do have a new defensive line coach. Yep. Hmm.
yeah, who is the defensive line coach? I would love to know that. I don't know who our new defensive line
Yeah.
coach is. I didn't. I think I know. Wait, I think I know. No, I don't know. I don't know. I thought I did. This was the first draft in a while where I didn't feel stressed from the guys we picked, outside of Trey Tucker and Aiden O'Connell.
Trey Tucker was the only one I felt stressed about. Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. Let me look up their. I just want to go through
Rob,
the undrafted
Rob
free
Leonard
agents
is our
we got.
defensive line coach.
Who?
All right. Rob Leonard is our defensive coordinator, our defensive line coach.
Okay,
Yeah.
ex Ravens defensive line coach. Okay, so
Yeah.
it long list. Hey,
Hmm.
Raiders undrafted free agent signings. Okay, so let me look and see
Oh,
just who we got in the undrafted free agent tracker. Um
we got a couple linebackers on there. I know. I saw. Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the actual list.
Yeah. I had it earlier.
I think it's under. I think it's in Raiders Wire, if I'm not mistaken. Because I forgot that I was supposed to have their list up. I didn't even get a chance to look at their film yet.
Mm. I know we got
So,
a offensive lineman that was really sought out. The dude
Curtis
from
McClendon from Chattanooga.
mhm, there you go, him.
Arkansas offensive lineman Dalton Wagner. So we addressed the offensive line through the undrafted free agents.
Yep.
Brock Martin, edge from Oklahoma State. Azzy Hearn, like this guy. I didn't do a lot of film on him, but I watched him at UCLA. He was really good.
Yeah. He was really
Drake
good.
Thomas, linebacker from NC State. George Tarlis, edge from Boise State. He's more like he's more like a linebacker than an edge.
Drake Thomas
Drake
is a
Thomas.
linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah, Drake Thomas is a linebacker.
Yep.
Jadon Grant, safety from Oregon State. Adam Plant, defensive end from UNLV. I know that connection because they have an assistant defensive coordinator. We have like a defensive coordinator assistant that's on our staff that's from UNLV. See the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Perriman, DT from I think it's Louisiana Monroe, if I'm not mistaken. Jordan Samuel Schechner, tight end from Auburn. And that's basically all the undrafted free agents that we got. A lot of linebackers, a lot of offensive linemen in there, which I'll do a breakdown of those once I get through the 9 official picks.
And I know we're at 90 now. Finally, we're finally at 90, so we're at the most players we can have now. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be surprised if some players get released.
Yeah.
To sign some free agents as well.
Yep.
So keep a lookout on that. Keep a lookout on that as well. And last but not least, I want to talk about this. I know it's Raiders related, but it's not Raiders related. I don't know if you heard about the Henry Ruggs situation.
Yeah.
That came out today. Saying that former Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs has pleaded guilty to 2 counts in the fatal crash. According to Adam Schefter, he decided to plead guilty to the DUI charge, and it was another charge that it was, but I don't think it was like the actual killing of them. But he didn't want to go through the preliminary, so he definitely pled out when it came to that. So all right, so that is it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for us today. Episode 16 is absolutely in the books. Before we go, last thing, Leo, overall grade for the draft. Overall grade for the Raiders draft.
B+.
B+?
Mm-hmm. I give it a B+.
I'm gonna go B.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go B overall for the picks. Just because of it could have been an A for me if we would have got a defensive player at 100 instead of a receiver, but
exactly.
Another story another time. This is the year
That's the
Raiders
only
squad.
reason I wouldn't have given an A.
Frank White says, listen, I'm not putting no expectations on it.
I did that last year, and I set myself up for failure, so I'm not going to put any expectations.
No expectations for us this year at all. We're not doing it. I'm going B for me. So I'm not a big fan of the Trey Tucker deal. The Trey Tucker at 100. I think we could have got him later on in the draft.
Yes.
That's just my personal opinion.
Same, bro. Same.
I'm gonna go B here. I really like the draft. I feel like we did not reach as much as we didn't reach in the first round. Thank God. But yeah, y'all. Oh yeah, and last thing, I am going. Listen, I'm gonna try to get to this flyer for.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to get to this flyer, man. It's just that I have so much going on, and I'm trying to get to it as much as possible. But a giveaway is coming soon, y'all. A jersey giveaway is coming soon. I will give you all the details. I might just write it out on Twitter and just promote it that way.
Okay.
Just do it on, post it on Instagram. No, I'll be trying to catch your morning show, but I work 10 to 5 almost every day. The morning show for the Darian Hopkins show ain't coming back to Monday anyway, because I got a different co-host for that. So
I've seen that.
Yeah, I actually have a different types of co-hosts. I might have multiple people. I'm trying to get like the Pat McAfee show when you have multiple people in there, but it's gonna be virtual in a way. So
cool.
So they said A-, B+. For me, I like the Tucker pick. People are sleeping on Tucker. I'm not saying I don't like the pick. I just think of where we got him at is the issue.
Is the issue. Yeah.
Where we got him at. I don't think Tucker would have been at 144. We could have got him at 135 for real, instead of getting Aiden O'Connell there. We could have got him at 135. I would have been more understanding to get him at 135 than 100.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a great spotlight. I felt the same way about Tucker, but he's super versatile and plays on special teams. Agreed.
I'm not saying not the
player.
player.
Where we got him at was just too high for me.
The issue's not the player; it's where we got him at.
It's where we got him. Facts. But giveaway is coming soon. Jersey giveaway is coming soon. All the details will be coming out for that. Like I said, make sure y'all go to SeatGeek.com and get your tickets if you want to go to any sporting event, any boxing event, USC event, Raider games, basketball games, concerts, anything you want to know. Go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code SRT and get $20 off your first purchase. That'll be SeatGeek.com and get your promo code SRT and get your first $20 off your first purchase. You got a lot of players for special teams.
Anthony
but
Price. Commanders.
Anything you got to say before you go, bro?
Nah, just let Anthony Price know that his Commanders are a special team.
I didn't want to risk it and grab the guy they wanted. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's guys that we wanted. We're not GMs. We just podcast people that we just are fans of. We don't make millions of dollars to make choices like that, like they do. So hey,
yeah, we'll see.
We talked about that as well. Frank White, you was late for it. I don't think they trade in Renfro as of right now. If they do, the cap hit's going to be a little bit high because you
have to wait till after June 1st. Yeah.
Right. So I would say no. I don't think we are, but
you never know.
You just never know with the Las Vegas Raiders. You just never know. That was good. I don't have a comeback for that. See, but thank y'all so much for being here for episode 16 of the Nothing But Raiders podcast. We'll definitely thank y'all so much for coming through and breaking down the draft picks. Finally, be able to not have all these speculations that we had coming into the draft. Now we know. Yep. We know what we have. Free agency's coming along. Rookie mini camp is coming along. We're going to keep it all updated with the latest news around the NFL as well. Just to let y'all know, Jordan Love got a 2-year extension to stay with the Packers. A lot of 5th-year options is getting picked up by teams. So, yeah, it's a lot going on in the NFL. I'm going to do those on the shorts side instead of, just making actual videos. I'm going to do that on the short side. But C for the Chiefs, Hefsey said. I'm surprised about that you said a C. But follow us on social media. Where they can find you at, bro?
They can find me on Instagram, on Cheeto Linus, and on Twitter, bro.
Same thing on Twitter. Same thing for me, man. Spotlight Football Talk on Instagram. Spotlight FB Talk. No, I think it's Spotlight Football Talk. Yeah, Spotlight FB Talk on Twitter as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be dropping a video tomorrow for the third pick that we got. And I think that was who did we get in that third pick? Darn, let me just go back to it real quick. Shit. I did Michael Mayer.
It was Young, the defense.
It was Byron. Okay, yeah, Byron Young. I'm gonna do the Byron Young video to have the Byron Young video out tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that. If y'all missed the Michael Mayer and the Tyree Wilson video, make sure y'all go check that out. It's on the Spotlight Football Talks channel. But we out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Peace, love, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday for Nothing But Raiders podcast. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Bye.